Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you the best shoulder exercises that you can do if you're a beginner just starting to work out, or if you have recovered from an injury or surgery and you're cleared to start strengthening. I'm keeping it easy this time, just 3 exercises for better shoulders. Hopefully this can help you kind of jumpstart your upper body strengthening. Just remember though that the shoulder does not only consist of just the front here or the side. It also consists of the shoulder blade. A lot of our movement comes from our shoulder blade. So if you're to look at your shoulder motion, maybe from this point all the way up, the first part of your range is controlled by your shoulder, as in your anterior delt, your middle delt, and then also inside your rotator cuff. In your rotator cuff, just real quick, are 4 small muscles that wrap around your shoulder to kind of keep it into place. So those muscles are not to be worked out with heavy weight just because they're smaller muscles and they're not meant to get big. And then the second part of your range all the way up here is controlled by your shoulder blade. It turns and rotates and lifts your shoulder up. So we're going to be working the shoulder itself with one exercise and more of the shoulder blade and in your upper back with 2 other exercises. This is good for young and old, injured, not injured. This is good and safe for anybody to try. And yes, I am a licensed healthcare professional. I am an athletic trainer. This is my recommendation to you, as long as you're cleared by your doctor to do light strengthening. The first exercise we're doing is a row, and yes, you can do it in many different ways. You can do it in the gym, but at home you can either use any light weights that you might have. I have some 3 pounds here, or you can use some cans. I use 2 of the same, so at least they're the same weight, some black beans. Or if you have any kind of exercise band, you can use this. I like this one. It's at Sports Authority. It comes with handles and it's only like 15 bucks. And this exercise, the row, is probably the #1 exercise that you can do for your upper body overall. It's good for your posture. It's good for so many different things, for strengthening your shoulders. I've recommended giving it to runners for their postures, and long distance runners for their postures, to kind of keep them upright longer. This is great for anybody in the office that has to hunch over all day to kind of keep them upright longer. So anybody should be doing this. Really, everybody should be doing this in their everyday life, or I would recommend probably 2 times a week. So you can do it a variety of different ways. If you don't have a bad back, bent over here and you're gonna pull straight up. And one of the most important things is to keep the shoulder, the upper trap here, down away from your ear. I can't tell you how many of my patients tend to hike their shoulder up when they're doing a shoulder exercise. That's one of the worst things you can do for your shoulder. So really try to push the shoulder down away from your ear. I always tell them, picture your shoulder blade in the back. Picture it as if you were trying to put it in the opposite back pocket. So you're pushing it down and back. So bent over, you're gonna pull with your elbows next to your body. You're gonna pull straight back, keeping those shoulders away from your ears, down and back. You're gonna pull straight back. You can also do this by leaning on something like a chair, the back of the couch, or your bed. So just put your opposite hand against the bed or whatever you're using. So you're putting it down and then you're leaning on it. You're still kind of bent over and you're just pulling up and doing one at a time. So this is important if you've just had surgery and you're ready to start strengthening again. You really want to have your body weight supported a little bit, unless you're doing it full upright standing, and I'll show you that in a second. So in order to use these lovely bands here, if we're going to use both sides, I usually kind of tie a little knot in the ends, and I'm going to put it in the door jamb. And this is so good for you to do at home. But you open a door, put it in the door jamb, and make sure you close the door tight. Once you feel like it's securely clicked, then you step back, bend your knees just a little bit, and then you're just gonna pull straight back. This is probably my favorite way of doing this exercise. You can get these as strong as you want or as light as you want. And I recommend doing about 2 sets of 10 if you're new at this, or up it to 3 sets of 10 if you've been doing it a while. Here's my boy. Hi. So next up, the second exercise we're going to be doing is called shoulder extension. And it's very similar to the row, but this time your arms are straight and you're pulling straight back from the hips. Again, you want your shoulder blades to be down and back. So not here, but down and back. And the motion you're going to be doing is starting here, pulling straight back if you're standing. Or if you're doing it with your weight or your can, put your weight down against the bed or the back of the couch. And you're going to let your arm hang down straight. And then just go ahead, lock it out. Keep your shoulder away from your ear, downward. And then you're going to pull straight back. So you'll feel it in your tricep as well as in your upper back here. So pulling straight back. And some of my body weight is supported here. And you will feel it. Trust me, this is only 3 pounds and I feel it. So again, if you're using a can of beans, this is about less than a pound, about a pound. So you're gonna go straight back with the can. You can also do it standing like I showed you before. Just bent over, arms straight. You're just gonna pull straight back. And then let's also show you how to do it with the band. And go ahead and pull them straight back. And again, I would recommend 2 sets of 10 if you're starting out, and 3 sets of 10 if you've been doing it a couple of weeks. Kind of up it a little bit if it's easy. Now for your last exercise, we're going to do shoulder scaption. And all that looks like is thumbs up towards the ceiling. Instead of your shoulders being right out in front of you here, we're going to put them out at an angle a little bit. So about a 45-degree angle from your body. And when you're doing scaption, you only want to go from the hips up to about shoulder height here. Because, like I said before, you're working the front delt and also inside the shoulder, the rotator cuff. There's no need to go all the way up unless you're working specific range of motion stuff. So just doing it here to here. And I did this the other day with my 3-pound weights. I'm telling you, it will burn you because the rotator cuff muscles are smaller, so they are not as strong. You're gonna go straight up and back down. Just like that. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Now, a quick note about doing front raises, which a lot of guys do and girls too, front and lateral raises. There's a difference that I always point out to people, and it is when you go towards the front, if you're trying to work your anterior delt, so the front delt muscle here, then go ahead and do palms down like that, and that will get your anterior delt. If you're specifically trying to work your shoulder and your rotator cuff to get stronger after an injury, especially, I mean, the rotator cuff is used with every single motion pretty much of your shoulder. External rotation, internal rotation, scaption. It's used with everything that we do. So most people do need to strengthen this. So again, do thumbs up instead of palms down. And you can do thumbs up forward, and you can do thumbs up at an angle. Now again, if you want to work just the delt, you're going to do palms down towards the floor, out, and front. So that's what you see most of the people in the gym doing. And that's fine as long as you're trying to work those muscles. If you're trying to get deeper in the shoulder, make sure you do thumbs up. And that's it, guys. I hope I helped you out today. I hope I can get you jump started on some shoulder strengthening. Again, if you have any video requests or any questions about an exercise or an injury you might have, please leave me a comment below. Let me know what you're wondering, if I can make it into a video. That would be great. I hope I taught you something, and I want you to live your best life possible. So let's do that in a way that's not injured, where you're able to do everything in your normal daily life without trouble. I'm Denise Lopez again. Share this video if it was helpful. That will help me out a lot. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed down below so you don't miss out on any new videos I might come out with for you. So there you have it. 3 best exercises for your shoulder: the row, the extension, and scaption. So I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye. They're a little thicker than I thought they were.